come together in the moments that they share. On NBC, let's all be there. That special program when the stars are shining brighter and they make you laugh or sing your favorite song. That scary movie when you hold each other tighter, you make jokes but you still leave the night light on. Turned in together we discover who we are. Turned in together it's a smaller world by far. The world on NBC, let's all be there. NBC, let's all be there. People come together in the moments that they share. On NBC, let's all be there. NBC, let's all be there. NBC, let's all be there. NBC, let's all be there.
Oh, that's right. You can sing it. You all know it. You've learned it over the last minute and a half. Agent Starling, NBC, let's all be there.
Having a mic problem immediately as I need to record.
Well, I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Right.
That's the real question.
I can, but I wanted to do this on a better sounding mic, and it's not working right now, so I'm just doing this the old-fashioned way.
Well, I appreciate you being here punctually, and we have an appropriate comment from the chat from the one pun. Happy birthday, Punky Bladtster. Much appreciated. You know what the best thing is about that NBC hype video, the NBC Let's All Be There? It's from 1983, so I didn't have to worry about Cosby being in it. I think the one from the next year has Cosby in it. So when I turn 60, I will put that one up there. But
good.
Instead, this isn't 60. I wanted to show a clip, but I would get struck by YouTube. So we're just going to listen to audio of something that I think a lot of people will remember.
Who are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sally O'Malley. I'm proud to say I'm 50 years old. I'm not one of those gals who's afraid to hide her age, unlike some other gals. And I like to kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50. 50 years old. 50 years old. 50, 50.
Okay, all right. Miss 50,
50 years old.
let's stop yapping and start tapping.
The great Danny DeVito, Jersey Mike's spokesman.
That's
Danny
right.
DeVito there. Yeah, that's how most people know him. So Agent Starling, Will Sterling, very exciting to have you here for the annual birthday show. Other people are scheduled to appear, but honestly, we don't need anything else. I've got my buddy Will Sterling. I've got an image from many, many years ago that our buddy Gene Beretta drew of the one and only Jar Jar Binks jumping out of a cake. And there is only one thing that is more exciting than Jar Jar Binks jumping out of a cake, and that's our buddy Liev driving somewhere. Hello, sir.
In a car.
Liev's got places to be.
Yeah, hold on.
It definitely seems like there's never a time to be scheduled when he's not in the middle of
There
something.
we go. Listen, I didn't plan on this, but I was supposed to be in San Antonio already last night at my parents' house. But my friend, you go to rehab for 30 days. They want to load you for your first week back.
So are you saying you did 30 days in the hole, Liev?
Yeah, but are we live now? Are we recording?
We are. Yes.
Okay, I'm good.
Look, we're among friends. You want
Right.
people like Raging Rhino to know.
I think you guys might be aware of my rougher exterior now that I've spent 30 days locked up.
Yeah, but honestly, let's be honest. The exterior was always a little rough, wasn't it, Liev?
I'm a real prick now.
Oh no! So
Yeah.
not the lovable lout that we all knew you as.
Nope, not anymore. I'm an asshole. and you have to be to survive in rehab.
Yeah,
Is that true? You got to be a jerk.
No, pretty much everybody just walks around crying.
Now, I did once
That's what I've
hear a rumor that I don't want to attribute to somebody. Is rehab a good place to meet drunk chicks, or can you neither confirm nor deny that?
The first time I went to rehab,
Yeah, that's the one.
and if you're gonna go to rehab, and I highly recommend it for everybody, everybody should try it once. It's like it's no Hilton, but health insurance doesn't pay for Hiltons, you know? So it's a free
That's true.
stay basically. And instead of just free breakfast, you get 3 free meals. You don't get any points though. Cause now I've been to rehab twice. I was like, am I like a gold member? And no, it doesn't work that way. But if you do go to rehab, go to the Northeast, go to where Will lives. Okay. Because that's the area. Like you want to go Northeast, like in the mountains.
Not the fancy Malibu rehabs in LA?
Maybe those two. I'm going to try that one next.
Well, I was going to ask. You have a punch card, and they've only punched 2.
Yeah.
So how many more until you get a free one?
10, of course.
Oh,
I
thought it would be 6, and as an homage to the 6-pack. Our buddy Raging Rhino has a question for you. Were you a fake prick before, and only now have you become a real prick?
I'm a more authentic prick now.
Oh,
that's
well.
Good.
I don't want you to look at the screen because you're driving, but my backdrop is to celebrate you being on the show. This is a backdrop from the Sail Away event on the Groove Cruise.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're never going home.
They're holding signs that say we're never going home.
David almost never went home, if not for the Canadian CIA or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was a wild story.
It was a wild story, and you know the interesting thing about it is that it is one half of an episode of the Bladtcast called "The Greatest Stories Ever Told." You may or may not know that, Liev.
Not the greatest. I think the greatest involves strippers.
Oh, that you mean our buddy Jeff Duray's story?
Oh,
I mean that is actually it is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That we were all proud of him. I think when that happened.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm about to park. I'm gonna park here in about 5 minutes. Just FYI.
Great.
Yeah.
Drinking from the
Sorry, exactly.
Whatever's going on. Yeah.
I hit something that I think only I could hear, and it was very distracting. But you guys are just like, okay, this is the part where we just stop talking. But you're gonna park. I think that's gonna be exciting. People are gonna want to know 3-point turn. Some people call that a K turn, or are you just gonna pull into a spot?
I'm just gonna pull right in and sit there for a while and enjoy it.
Well, the only thing that I knew about you was that you were good at pulling out. So this might be a little bit of an obstacle for you. I just wanted
to... don't lie. The stats don't lie. I'm 43 and childless.
Oh, how about that? Look at the bells here and everything. So yes, earlier I was I actually just recently promoted this, Will. On the Marvel movie talk show I do for Geekscape, that on episode 259, which is titled "Oh Hi Groove Cruise," it has 2 of the greatest stories ever told in the history of the Bladtcast, and we've done like at least 400 episodes since then. Still, the 2 best stories ever told,
which is wild. Honestly, I need to go back and re-listen to this episode because I was like trying to kind of tell somebody the story of the time that I met / pseudo worked with Tommy Wiseau, and I was like, I don't recall the details, and I feel like I'm like this. I'd probably hear myself telling the story and be like, oh shit, I forgot about so many of these little things.
There's a lot of little details, and Will, I don't know if you're watching, I know that you don't spend as much time with Marvel as you maybe once did, but the current series Wonder Man is a working actor in Los Angeles who happens to have superpowers. I feel like you'd be able to relate to a lot of it. And my co-host Katie is also a working actor in Los Angeles. And then this came up and I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to try to tell any of the stories. I told people, just go track this down to hear Will talk about working with the great Tommy Wiseau.
As much as I am burned out on Marvel and have been saying that for what feels like 5 years, I have heard nothing but really, really positive things about Wonder Man. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll watch another fucking thing. I hope I'm not disappointed by it, but I've heard very good things. So
Yeah. By the way, Raging Rhino says, I will never be able to decide which story I like more. That's actually very true. They're both great stories. Liev, we're talking about, nerd stuff. We're talking about Wonder Man. What would
No,
you
I
say to
want to
anybody?
watch. I want to watch Wonder Man. I've seen the trailer. It's on my to watch list.
What else is on the to watch list right now for you, Liev?
Well, I'm currently heavily involved with Shrinking. If you guys don't watch that show, you don't have a soul. And I know
So-
it's not a nerd show, but it's good.
Well,
It's got Harrison Ford in it.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's nerd adjacent.
Yeah.
And Jason Segel also nerd adjacent. So I love that show, but I'm very far behind in watching it because it's a show I watch with my wife, which means that we pretty much never watch it. And we did that with Ted Lasso, which I think you just love Bill Lawrence shows, Liev, because
I do.
We
New
did an
Scrubs
episode
is coming out.
I know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Scrubs was one of the first things my wife and I bonded over, the TV series. Get your mind out of the gutter. But Liev, remember when we did that very special podcast on the roof of your building across from Angel Stadium?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. And didn't Otani live in your building?
He did.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah. When he was slumming it down in Anaheim, he lived in the same building as Liev. That's how you know that the Angels weren't paying him enough.
He would only stay, yeah. Well, he would only stay there during the games, and we always knew when he was there because there would be a new group of people walking around the pool area.
And by new group of people, do you mean people that resembled him in some way, or are you just
can define that as you will.
Okay, you know what? This is a much more mature Liev.
They were as beautiful as your wife.
Well, let's
Let's put it that way.
All right, I appreciate that. My wife is, of course, very lovely, and she took me out for dinner last night. We went to a place that I once had brunch with Liev. We went to the Smokehouse in Burbank.
Is that a strip club or is that an actual restaurant?
No, it sounds like it though, doesn't it? It's an actual restaurant.
That's the Smoke Show in El Segundo, actually, and it's.
Oh my God, what was the? I can't remember the name of the strip club that we kept talking about and we finally went to after.
Dames and Games?
Dames and Games. See, this is what happens when you're 50 years old.
Do you remember the name of our friend stripper who was also a Doctor Who fan?
You mean JJ?
JJ, that's right. Yeah.
Who I tried to get on the podcast, but she wanted to be paid. And I was like, oh, right.
Listen,
well, Christian, she was a stripper.
Me and David
that's where
getting paid for 670 episodes, and we're still waiting on that check. So
that's when I realized, like, oh wait, this stripper might not really like us, Liev.
That's when it came together.
I feel like you had to have been there with us. We didn't do that with DuRay, did we?
It was Ken and David, I think.
Yeah, we all went. By the way, Ken has the link, by the way, just so everybody knows. So
is he coming? I can only stay on for about 15 more minutes.
That's okay. We appreciate you being in here. My buddy, the One Pun, wants to know, we didn't go to the Blue Oyster Bar. No, that was a very different night when we went to the Blue Oyster Bar, as popularized in, I don't know, one of the police academies. I honestly don't know which one that was. They all kind of run together, Will, because all the police academies are so good.
That's right.
Liev, what's your favorite police academy movie?
I'm just mesmerized by how great you guys look. Like, Will doesn't age. Christian, you're aging handsomely. By the way, happy birthday. I'm so thankful that if I recall correctly, I was on for your 40th birthday Bladtcast, which is insane to me that was 10 years ago and that you're still doing this.
Yeah, I still need an excuse to get away from my family. It's very
We've jumped so fast into talking about certain things that I was like, at the top of the show, I was like, oh, I have to mention that it's what blows my mind about the time jump is that I remember getting the invitation for your 37th birthday when we were on Dennis's show because the line from Clerks was the headline of the title of the invitation. I think Heather sent out that invitation.
Yeah, 37 in a row. And speaking of somebody who likes 37 in a row, it is indeed the one and only.
Hey,
hey, God, look at that beard.
Like that? Coltrane is trying to tell people that we went to the Blue Oyster Bar, or were you reliving the fun times of Dames and Games, Coltrane?
Yeah, it was more like Liev had just asked if I was coming, and I was like, yes, I am, but I was just sort
Also-
of late because I was trying to log in here.
Ken, that's not what he meant. He meant, are you coming?
I mean, I know it's been a long time, but not that long. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
I got a little gray here, but I still remember.
I haven't seen the beard. I like this. I think this is
is a good look.
distinguished.
Yeah.
Distinguished Coltrane.
I have actually I enjoy it now. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but yeah, I'm kind of liking it.
Well, are you going to enjoy seeing the Patriots back in the Super Bowl, or is it just going to be stressful tomorrow for you?
Both.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Absolutely both. It's nice because it's completely unexpected. I did not anticipate this in any way, shape, or form. And even like as they were doing pretty well in the season, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's cute, but I was just like not thinking a whole lot. And then all of a sudden it's like they just kept winning, and then they kept winning, and it's like, huh. Okay, we're back again, baby. I love it.
By the way,
Drake
if this was 2011, I would hit a drop several times of Charlie Sheen saying "winning," but
exactly.
We've all come so much further past that instead I'll just talk about how I don't have that drop.
That's all right.
But there's a movement out there for Drake May. Are you aware?
May.
Well, there's a few different contingents of Drake May fans, and I don't know if you know about this, Coltrane. You may be not familiar. When I have people on in multiple locations, especially when any of them are on phones, it doesn't always work. But let's see a group of Drake May fans.
Live in South Boston right now. Real quick, you want to give a message to Drake May ahead of the game? What do you want to say, Gene?
We're all we got.
We're all we
need.
You know what?
Gay for May!
As a gay man, I also am gay for men.
So I love that. And when I first saw this clip, I was like, what if this was the way that this reporter came out to his family? He's like, you know what? I'm so excited by this gay for May chant as a gay man. It's like when Kevin Spacey told us he was a gay American. And we're like, yeah, we know. He's like, as a gay man, I am also gay for May.
I would just like to welcome Will Sterling into the Patriots fan base. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
well,
he's got the whole look. He's got it all going for him. It's like, hey,
what? Because
are
are you saying because you know that I'm also gay for May?
Yes.
That I watched enough heated rivalry and now I'm gay for hockey?
Yeah, I know. It's one sport at a time, Coltrane.
Go sports.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're working. Will, I think, at some point, I think everybody will be embracing being gay for the 11 other months as well. Sure. Not just May.
Not just the Pride. No, that's June. So now we got 2. So 10.
Okay.
May.
It's taken off.
There you go.
Gay for May and then June is Pride. What's July?
Liev, would you be inclined to do any wagering on the Super Bowl, or has that left you behind in your old life?
No, I'll go. I want the Patriots to win. Seahawks, though, how they beat the 49ers. I mean, that was a surprise.
Brutal.
Yeah. So if I were a true Patriots fan like Coltrane, I understand the nerves because Seahawks look really good. But the Patriots and the Seahawks both have the same season record. So we'll see.
Like the only what I'm sort of hanging my hat on this one is like Sam Darnold is still the quarterback for Seattle. The rest of their team is really fucking good, but I still do not believe in Sam Darnold. So I've got that going for me. Everything else is just like, Seattle's really fucking good.
Is it because of Sam Darnold's illustrious career with the New York Jets? Is that why
when he was seeing ghosts against the New England Patriots?
So you feel like maybe there's still some, I don't know, suck inside?
I'm just saying, like, in this playoff run, like, they blew out the 49ers, but it's like he threw for 100 yards in that game. And it's like, okay, they played the Rams, but he threw for like 150 yards in that game. Like, he's still their weakest link. So I still am just like, okay, he can still collapse. I mean, their team is still good enough to overcome that. But, I mean, that's like sort of the one thing that I'm like, okay, I feel good about that. Well, I feel a little bit better because Drake May's shoulder seems to be a little bit better. Don't know yet. We'll have to see it in the game. But, as of right now, it seems a little bit better. And everyone is picking heavily against the Patriots. So those are like the three things that I have going for me.
Also, very difficult to make a gay pun rhyme with Darnold. So that's working against him.
Yeah, I mean, all I can come up with is, a permutation of Gary Coleman's character from Different Strokes, which we saw in the NBC Let's All Be There. By the way, the Bicycle Man episode recently celebrated an anniversary of Different Strokes, the most important episode of television any of us ever saw.
What's funny? For a second, I'm just like, wait a second. I know which one you're talking
about. You know what happens there.
I totally know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, Gordon Jump from WKRP in Cincinnati has the back room, and nothing bad happens to Arnold, but Dudley. Oh, poor Dudley.
Poor Dudley.
So obviously, Seahawks fans are excited, and would you guys like to see a group of boisterous Seahawks fans swear on network television multiple times? Oh, you would? Great.
Tickets, right? Yeah. So tell me, you were inside there.
Be the fucking Patriots. Redo.
Try to say that again without the F-bomb.
We're about to fucking redo this shit. We're about
Okay, well, sorry.
So I love that. It's like, do it again without the F-bomb. She's like, oh, no, I'll work an extra one in there.
Seattle fans with the mouths of Boston fans. That's really weird to me.
Yeah.
They should have.
Well, they're all cold.
Hate us because they ain't us.
So it's what is it? It's Patriots plus 4.5, right? If one were to go that way, and I heard Christopher Mad Dog Russo say, that's a lot of points. It is a lot of points. It's more than a field goal. So as we're talking about the Super Bowl, Will, what Broadway show are you going to see tomorrow?
That's hard to say. That's a tough one. Maybe I'll go. What's maybe the Outsiders. That's the hit. That's the big
I've
hit
heard
this year.
that's a pretty big show out there. There was the one year that you weren't even. I don't even think you were aware. You did tell us like, oh no, I'm going to the theater that day for the Super Bowl.
Oh, maybe... I saw Bryan Cranston play at the Geffen. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But I did watch the Super Bowl at a bar.
Yeah.
So I did both.
And by the way, royalty from the Bladtcast popping into the chat. This is, of course, Matt and KC, who provided us with so much barbecue over the years. Provided us with Bladtcast mugs, Bladtcast shirts, and, of course, the Bladtcast 100 bell. Matt and KC, happy birthday, Christian. Good to see Will Coltrane and Cactus Dave. I did forget about Cactus Dave being your persona for a moment there when you first went into the country world. But who should we be looking at in country music right now, Cactus Dave?
Oh man, do you even really care?
I mean, enough to give me two big names. Yes, two big
about
names.
As much as I care about football is probably how Ken feels about it. Yeah.
Definitely, Jelly Roll is on a movement right now. Ella Langley and Zach Top is bringing it back to like Zach 90s Top. Country vibe.
Ooh, what about Zach Bottom? Which one?
Well, no, he actually he tours with Zach Powerbottom.
That's right. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
If there's any Zach Bottoms out there, they keep it quiet.
I'm a fan of Zach Bottom for sure. Yeah.
Jesus.
So you're telling us officially that's something you want us to know. That's
yeah.
Listen, if I'm going to be playing clips and sound effects, we probably need to bring back the most important segment in the history of the Bladtcast.
To the fans and everybody.
I don't think we do.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't think we do.
You have never seen any player in the entire country play as hard as I will play
That's
the rest
right.
of the season.
It's Tebow time.
Play harder than we will the rest of the season. God bless.
There's Tebow.
Okay, that one we can. I got
to the end zone. And a touchdown. David Nelson caught the jump pass into the end zone. David Nelson scores. The Florida Gators have won another BCS National Championship.
I don't even know where Tebow is. I don't even know what he does.
He was in a commercial. It was a random one though that didn't make a ton of sense, but it was like, okay, that's Tim Tebow. Okay.
Well,
I did think it Tebow because I watched the Broncos lose in the playoffs, and I was thinking, who took the Broncos to a victory in the playoffs? Tim Tebow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that you had Tim Tebow's book and you had someone sign it for you?
I did. I still have it.
Do you remember what he wrote? Because I was actually trying to
do.
explain it to my wife the other day, and I couldn't remember what he wrote.
So it was Jason Sudeikis, right?
Yeah.
And Norm Macdonald and Dennis Miller all in the same room, which was wild. And even looking back, it's even wilder now because of Jason Sudeikis' success and then the passing of Norm Macdonald. But I remember standing next to Jason Sudeikis going, I can't believe I'm in the same room as the three of you. And Jason Sudeikis was like, I can't believe I'm in the same room as Norm Macdonald and Dennis Miller, which made me love him even more. And I just love him because of Ted Lasso. Yeah. But I didn't have anything for Norm to sign, so I asked him to sign my Tim Tebow book. He signed it, and then he gave it back to me, and then he was like, hey, no, you got to read it. You got to read it. So I opened it up, and it said, David, as an evangelical Christian, I still get more ass than you, Tim Tebow.
And I mean,
he was like staring at me, waiting for my laugh. Like he needed validation that it was funny. And I'm just like, you're the best. Like, I just love you.
The crazy thing is that segment with Norm and Sudeikis, and I'm actually in the studio for that as someone who clearly belonged there. That video is still out there, and fairly regularly, people will talk to me and be like, hey, I just saw this crazy video. And usually if it starts like that, I'm like, oh, okay, so you mean the one with Norm, Sudeikis, and of course, Dennis Miller, because it was his show. And they're like, yeah, that's the one. And that was June 16th, 2011. And
Lee.
Dang. Yeah. It was, wow. That boy, you really have changed that you just said golly.
Yeah.
But
God damn.
If anybody wants to remember that day specifically, we do have a great picture of the three of us, our friend Sarah, and Kyle, who would book guests for us, didn't usually come to the studio, but he understood this was the one. Yeah. But I'm there with Dennis, who I think is giving me the Vulcan nerve pinch.
Yes.
And Norm in the Milwaukee Brewers hat. And yeah, Sudeikis was kind of like, just this guy who was on SNL at the time, and he felt like he didn't belong. So that's one of the truly memorable moments of doing that radio show, and it lives on, and people ask me about it regularly.
I would just like to point out that based on that picture, I strongly still believe that the new Superman movie would have done so much better had they just cast Will Sterling.
Concur.
He was born for the role.
Your lips to James Gunn's ears, but unfortunately, they went in a different direction. Is what they told me.
We all hated the new Superman, right? It was not good.
I mean, look how much better it would have been if he had been in it.
With the dog, I watched it and I was like, "This is terrible."
It was not
because they didn't.
Am I the odd man out?
No, I didn't love it. But
I thought that it was fun, and I think that what it did better than the Zack Snyder movies was that it gave us Clark, because I always felt that was missing. Because Christopher Reeve, he'd just sit up straight, and he'd go from being Clark Kent to being Superman. And I don't know what he was doing. By the way, Raging Rhino, who is our one of our regular DC commentators, says it would have been better if Will had directed it. I do agree with that. I've seen Will's handiwork. I know Will could have directed a great.
That's right.
You would have had to act and direct in Superman, though, right, Will?
Of course.
Yeah.
Which
I'm just saying that movie
that
would have been better if Will Sterling had been involved in it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Maybe someday when they reboot it again 10 years from now, they'll then I will get to direct.
Do you feel like you've aged out of Superboy, or is that still possible, Will?
No, I think you're turning 50. I'm not that far from 40. So
yeah, but you still look young, so you still have that thing going for you, Will.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. It's
all of us in that photo. It's just like funny to be like, oh my god, 15 years ago we look like babies. We just look like children. Everybody
there are children
like little.
Yeah, even Dennis, who by the way, Matt and KC says amen Coltrane, but earlier he was excited for the return of Tebow time. We didn't actually talk about Tebow. He was in the headlines, but all he said was he had advice for Drake May ahead of the Super Bowl.
Nah.
If you were Drake May, would you listen to Tim Tebow's advice?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Oh,
that's some respect.
Tim Tebow will be a coach one day. I think he'd be great at it. He would have been a great quarterback too, but that's neither here nor there. That time has passed.
What about
speaking of time passing, I do have to go.
Well, are you at work? What are you doing? Going back to back in the clinic? You get throwing you back in? This is now stint number 3?
Not yet. Okay. But I am near a liquor store, so I'm about to get number 3 punched on my rehab card. So much closer to a freebie.
I make those jokes from time to time too, and sometimes people are like, "What? What do you mean?" And I'm like, "It's you."
Will,
you have to make those jokes.
Will, is this a cry for help? No, it's just a joke. All right, Liev, I'll let you go. But what did you get me for my birthday? Then you can go. Oh, all right. The face.
You're welcome.
Yep. You know what?
Do you still do this weekly? I'll come on the next one if you want me.
Sure. Yeah. You know what? Let me get caught up on shrinking. That'll be a good excuse to.
I'll watch Wonder Man this week because I do want to watch it.
We have definitely a group conversation about how David, I think, has officially surpassed old me in peak physical form.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's,
I don't know about that yet. That you were shredded. What did you do? What was
it called? We've all seen your Instagram photos.
P90.
Some of us are not on Instagram.
Insanity and P90X. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Well, just go through a divorce, and I'm telling you, it does wonders.
You know he did, right, Liev? You know that Will did go through a divorce.
I think it made the drinking worse too, so we have that in common as well.
Yay! All right, well, it's great seeing you guys. Happy 50th birthday, Christian.
Great to see you.
Happy growing a beard, Coltrane. And Will, I just adore you.
Happy sober birthday. First sober birthday for you. Well, ish. Birthday. Yeah. You've been born into a new life.
I hope you celebrated outside of a liquor store.
Yeah, well, I think Raging Rhino's missing the sobriety, but he does have a standing offer that he'll buy drinks if we're there in San Antonio. But since Liev is out of rehab, can you have a club soda, a Dr. Pepper? Can Raging Rhino buy you something?
I can still drink wine because it's healthy.
That's right.
You know what?
Sound logic.
That's the diet that you're on. That's how you got so ripped.
Off to my next bender. Bye.
Bye. I want to watch him try to turn off the phone now. I was like, wait, why did I X out? I'm like, wait, this is the best part of the show. Go ahead, say goodbye, Liev.
Oh, he just froze instead. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's even better.
Just leave that up there for the rest of the show as if he's just here in spirit only.
I mean, there's a few things I could do, like really just leave him there, Boy, I should put Sarah McLachlan. I will remember you under that.
Keep checking in with host Liev just to find out that he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, that was great to see him, and it's great to see you, Coltrane. We were leaning heavy on the Liev talk while he was still with us. Again, still alive.
Sarah McLachlan. Oh no. Right.
Yeah. Still with us. You weren't here yet, but I had mentioned to him that my backdrop is from the Groove Cruise.
I actually did see I turned on the stream by that point, so I just seen that part of it.
Is that the photo from
not the one he did, because they still do it every year. Believe it or not, they didn't stop just because he got tossed off the ship and had to be rescued by the Canadian CIA.
Probably not the first to be tossed off the Groove Cruise. So
I think that's accurate. Yes, exactly.
Right. Fair.
I want to. Okay. So Raging Rhino wanted to know: will Darnold be the next Dilfer? That was a specific football question.
I hope not, because Dilfer won the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna hope no on that one.
Okay, well that's fair.
Dilfer also great pun name. That's good for
there you go.
Darnold, not so much. Still
no.
Trying to think of one.
I mean, if you met, his mom is of course Milfer. I mean,
that's right.
Sorry, I'm not particularly proud. The great Dame Taft. Happy birthday week. Hit the like button. We appreciate that. Yes, please hit the like button and subscribe.
I hit the like button before I even got in.
See, that's what we need. We need all of that. And by the way, in a quirk of fate, the number one song in the USA on the day Christian was born was Paul Simon's 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. I'm not quite sure what that meant. Yeah. And the great Cam Egan with a happy half century. Yeah, if I was doing a party this year, I was going to do a halfway to 100. But then I was just like, no, that's just too much of a bummer. So we went out to the smokehouse last night. But thank you, Cam Egan. Let me
You're not doing a big party for the people who are there in LA?
No, because once you guys left, there wasn't anybody worth celebrating with. And our buddy Jeff DeRay also left. So, like, who's here besides my wife and kids, which every day is a celebration with them.
What about now I'm blanking on his name.
And I mean, how many other people do you know that have "I love to party" tattooed on them?
No. I like to party.
Yeah,
he doesn't love to party, which would make sense. And by the way, he does. He likes it. It's like, oh yeah, it's like, getting a Valentine's card that's like, I'm somewhat fond of you. I like to party, which we've all hung out with, old generation Liev. Like, I love to party.
There was a time that I was having a conversation about Florida and people from Florida, and I was like, yeah, I know a guy from Florida who has Florida tattooed on him. And it's just
very Florida thing to do. Yeah.
Narrative of what we were talking about.
He really is the Florida man in every sense of the word, Just getting some chats
a little
in there.
bit more upscale.
So
says a lot about Florida.
Coltrane, have you been able to keep up on your girl Casey Anthony?
The only thing that I've seen is when you send me stuff about it, because I don't really watch a whole lot of anything, so I'm not really all that caught up on a whole lot of stuff. But I did watch when you send me stuff, I check in on the love of my life, Casey Anthony.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that when I just assume that I will never see any more of the most wrong memes I've ever seen in my life. I knew Casey Anthony pops up, and unfortunately, Will, that is an excuse to text our buddy Coltrane. And,
nothing makes you think of him more than Casey Anthony.
She was actually in the news last year, and that's how long it's been since I've wanted to talk to you about this.
More than 16 years after she was accused of murdering her own daughter.
Allegedly.
This is my first of probably many recordings.
Casey Anthony is reintroducing herself to the public on TikTok.
I am a legal advocate.
So
for what? Just advocate of legal?
What do you think?
Legal,
for people who've done what? What does she have experience in? I'm less interested in
doing anything illicit to their daughter.
I'm less interested in Casey Anthony _Substack Coltrane. How do you feel about this look, this 2025 Casey Anthony?
I mean, it's not peak. I definitely liked the pictures of her actually partying and everything, in the days after the tragedy that she suffered in her life.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is fine for the much more mature and focused legal advocate Casey Anthony.
You mean when she stopped having something to worry about anymore? And I'm sorry, Will, what were you going to say?
She looks 15 years too late from joining. She's joined a CrossFit gym. That's how she looks.
By the way,
she looks enthusiastic about the fact that she is just a little bit past the CrossFit gym.
She's like, I can do 40 kipping pull-ups. It's like, those aren't real pull-ups, Casey. You got to stop.
Coltrane, the one pun says, at least you don't have to worry about child support if you knock her up. I think people don't respect Coltrane's pull-out game either, so.
I was going to say, also made it this far with no children, so just saying.
Yeah. Smash that like button. This is Matt and KC. Great to see you guys. Christian, glad you are continuing the show and still able to hang out with the fellas. Ken, the beer is solid. And I miss Will, I think is what punctuation's a little
punctuation
iffy.
Going on, but it's okay.
I miss Will too, but honestly, Will is actually out here somewhat regularly. I feel like in the span of a few months, I saw you more often than when you still lived here.
That's probably true. Although I don't have a current trip back to LA on the books yet, but I was out there probably, I feel like 7 or 8 times last year, 6 or 7 times.
Do you have any promotion in the way of either of your films at this moment in time? Where can Coltrane check out your work?
Yeah, my YouTube page has trailers for a cell phone movie and a little clip and some other stuff, and I'm kind of figuring out what to do with it now this year that it's done with festivals. But That Friend, which is I think we've talked about it loosely on this. is on its way to festivals this year. So it's finished. It's going to be heading out into the world, and then ideally it'll live in a some permanent place in 2027. So things are always in motion, trying to get the Will Tourage actually after all these years, still trying to make it a viable business.
That's literally what I was going to say, is I feel like the Will Tourage is stronger than ever.
Honestly, technically, I think that it is. Like, it was always a very fledgling thing. And now I'm like, oh, I have legitimate things I can point to.
Just so you know, now that I'm aware that there is a Will Starling YouTube page, you just got another subscriber.
Smash the like button, y'all.
That's right. I got to build up that page so I can start promoting more of my shit. So
just saw it. Just subbed.
Now you can watch the trailers and a little clip. It's a funny movie.
Matt Casey is saying, "Go Will Tourage, go!" Yeah, I've seen them both now.
You've seen both of them
because I saw a cell phone movie when you were here in LA. I've seen them both. I enjoyed them very much, and Will, I told you this as a compliment. The thing about that friend, because I saw that first, I was just like, oh wow, this is actually like a movie, because like you go to friends make movies, they don't always look like a movie. You know what I'm saying, Will?
Yeah.
Look, a cell phone movie is just shot on a cell phone. It looks great.
Yeah.
But that friend, it's like, oh, do you guys use film or some digital approximation of what film looks like?
You have real actors from television and other things, and people that they know. Yeah.
Big Head from Silicon Valley.
That's
is in
right.
that movie.
That's right. What's the Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows? I can't think of a famous Billy has played famously on TV.
Well, we could talk about Billy Zane if that helps.
Different Billy, but
by the way,
Billy Zane,
the great Sam Whitfield from the Whitfield.
Whoa! Look at that logo.
Happy birthday, Christian, and hello to the OG Will Tourage. Coltrane, this is something I was about to say before, that this is the real Will Tourage. Well, maybe not Casey Anthony, but the three of us, anybody else, I don't think ever believed in the Will Tourage the way we did.
That is a fact. I have believed in the Will Tourage from the beginning. I will be on the Will Tourage train until the end, my friend.
Hell yeah. It's coming.
Until the end.
The train, it's see that barn? Well, not yet.
Oh,
because
barn.
Yeah.
Not just yet. Raging Rhino does say it's like watching the return of the original X-Men or Justice League lineup. Thank you.
I did feel a little sense when I was looking at all four of our faces here that I was like, I don't remember the last time all four of us were part of something at the same time.
It was probably a deposition. We'll be right back. So it was fun, and I'm always hoping to have our buddy Jeff DeRay be a part of things. He's always welcome. I nudge him periodically, and one day he'll want to be with. Will also looks like he's 27.
Which is what I was saying. He has not aged out of anything.
What a sweet boy. It's why I insist on at least keeping some form of facial hair, because when I have none, I feel like I do still look like a child, and I need people to respect me in the world. Okay, the Will Tourage is not going to become a viable thing if they think that I'm too young. I have to look like a man. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
True.
Mustache. This says man like a mustache. That's what I've heard.
But then if you need to go for a younger role, then you just shave it off and it's like you're a whole new you.
That's right.
So I'm just
love that. Now
for you.
Would you brush in some Just for Men?
I do have quite a bit of gray hair actually, seeing Ken's beard, but actually if you got detail on my hair up close, which is hard.
Oh, we'll do it. We'll do it. That's all right. Yeah.
There you go. Look at all that. Look at all that.
According to the late, great Jerry Garcia, a touch of gray is a sign of distinction.
That's right.
Yeah. And I mean, look, I got it here myself. And Coltrane, if you want to lean the beard in, I mean, look,
let's all our gray hairs.
By the way, we were talking about Wonder Man earlier, and we won't dive into it because neither of you've seen it. But Sir Ben Kingsley is in it, reprising his role as Trevor Slattery, a working actor. He was first seen as the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. And Coltrane, you got a Mandarin beard, and that is a compliment, my friend. That is definitely a compliment.
I like I said, it took some getting used to. I really was kind of against the beard for a long time. And then I just kind of started one. And it just kind of like, pun intended, grew on me. And I was just like, yeah, I kind of like this. This is kind of it's kind of a thing that I can go with. So yeah.
By the way, Sam Whitfield, flattery will get you everywhere. Christian's turning 35 again. That's true. That is absolutely the case. But I wanted to get back to the important issues that we're here to talk about. Casey Anthony and her TikTok.
I am a legal advocate.
Without providing much.
Sorry, go ahead, Will.
Just that it says Casey Anthony's new role. And what is her role? That she got on TikTok? That's not a role.
But she's a legal advocate. Will, are you listening?
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry.
I am a legal advocate.
Without providing much detail, the now 38-year-old says she wants to use her platform to help others in a legal capacity.
I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter.
Casey also directing followers to new posts on the publishing platform Substack.
She is clearly reading off something that ChatGPT wrote for her with the amount of times she just repeated the words legal advocate and advocate.
By the way, Casey, ixnay on the otter day. All right. Yeah. That's not the thing that we want to be talking about.
See, I am an advocate, a researcher. That's it. That's a sentence. I am an advocate, comma, a researcher, period.
When OJ reinvented himself, when the late, great OJ Simpson, when the late, great Orenthal James Simpson reinvented himself on TikTok, he didn't say, oh, hello, Twitter world. He didn't then say, still looking for the real killers. It's like, the thing about OJ, he didn't like to talk about the LA thing. I don't know if you ever heard him say that, either of you, but he really didn't like to talk about the LA thing.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. You know, it's in the past. He's a whole new him.
The one pun, don't worry. YouTube terms of service will not allow us to have a gray pube off, not wanting to be a part of that competition. Don't worry. We're all freshly waxed, so we really can't do that. You don't see the block of ice I'm sitting on while we do this show, but we appreciate it. Speaking of things on ice.
Platform Substack.
As a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community.
Is she?
Women's rights.
Is it really?
So LGBTQ community and women's rights.
Yeah. Every Pride event I've ever been to, we talk about Casey Anthony a lot. There's a lot of Casey Anthony flags, Will,
what does a Casey Anthony flag look like?
Christian, I want you to just imagine. I want you to try to picture your back, what that you think that might look like, and that's probably what it is.
Okay.
It's like it just feels like completely everything about this is like ChatGPT, because it just feels like she's using every buzzword she can to be like,
correct.
No, and I like this current thing, and then this current thing. What is the other current thing I can include myself into? And then, because we all know in like 6 months she's going to be on OnlyFans, so it's like she can't just sit here and she's got to try to grift a little bit, and then it'll be OnlyFans.
By the way, my friend Zia, who fans of this show will remember, does quite well on OnlyFans, and so well that you notice she's not here today, but we love her anyway. So,
does she still come on the show?
You hear me criticize OnlyFans? I just know this is the path that Casey Anthony is on.
Zia is usually good for once a year, and last year I sort of burned through the opportunity by having her sit in on Who Are These Broadcasters? Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel. Speaking of which, programming note. So maybe you don't want to watch Bad Bunny at halftime, and you also don't want to watch Kid Rock at halftime. Boy, do we have an alternative for you. Me.
My interest is piqued.
It's me. My co-host Eric Zane and I will be doing a very special Super Bowl halftime show, the third year that we're doing our counter programming. Special guest on that show, someone in this picture. Sadly, it's not Norm Macdonald. Mr. Dennis Miller. We talked to him for about a half an hour. And also, programming note, Mr. Dennis Miller will be on this very show in our next episode. Also already recorded, so I can say it for sure. You never know with those things, But so that's what you can do. Super Bowl halftime. I don't know any Bad Bunny songs. His political stances aren't particularly interesting to me, one way or the other. I hear that. I'm like, oh, that's not my kind of music. And I wasn't watching Kid Rock. I love when the counter programming, the Turning Point halftime show, they're like, we got a big announcement. Okay, so it's Kid Rock. Kid Rock. The only thing surprising was that it wasn't Kid Rock and Ted Nugent. That was
missed opportunity.
By the way, if the Nuge came out, I would have watched.
What's funny about
by the way, being on a religious platform with Wang Dang Sweet Poon Tang. Sorry, what were you gonna say, William?
Just that, like, I think that's always something I've struggled with this, like the Turning Point kind of aesthetic of people or fandom is like they can never let themselves like laugh at themselves. That like Kid Rock, is this a real? That's a real. Like that's very funny. How cheesy and horrible and corny that is. Like that's funny. You couldn't get anybody else. The person that you got was Kid Rock, but they're like, this is a big deal. We got Kid Rock. I'm like, I don't think that anybody feels that that's a get. I think that even yourselves know that that's not a get.
Since everyone would have been surprised if he wasn't on the show.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Since everybody's talking about the Epstein files, I do hope that Kid Rock has a song called Cool Daddy Cool, which is actually about how much he loves statutory. Can I say that word? Well, you know, the one that usually follows statutory.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. The Matthew McConaughey, what I love about these high school girls is they say the same age. It's about that. So I hope he starts off with that song.
Yeah. That's a good opener.
They start making it rain with pages from the Epstein files.
There you go. That would be entertaining.
By the way, Sam Whitfield says he'll tune into our show. That is indeed a halftime at the Super Bowl on the Who Are These Podcast YouTube channel.
Christian Blatt, don't sell yourself short. He said he will definitely tune into the halftime show.
You know what?
Not just he'll tune in. He will
definitely tune in.
Christian, how does it feel to know that you're a much better alternative to Kid Rock?
I mean, I've kind of thought that for a while. Everybody except Pam Anderson thought so.
Okay.
It's she has such good choice in men. By the way, did either of you see the new Naked Gun?
I did see it. Yeah,
I thought it was very funny. I don't know, maybe and anybody who expected, it should have been more than that. I'm like, have you seen the other Naked Gun films? They even have an OJ joke in it. What were you going to say? Well, I'm sorry.
I actually very much was looking forward to seeing that. I just haven't gotten around to it, but yeah, like that actually, I've heard good things, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give this one a shot.
Ken, growing that beard is a full-time job. You don't have time for movies.
Yeah, no.
Fact.
All the brain power's got to come.
And I'm sorry. Well, what were you going to say?
I was going to say it's a very consistently like chuckle funny. I don't know if it's like the biggest laugh riot that's in a long time, but it's like I was never not like
which is
like a positive. I think
Seth MacFarlane's a producer, and there is one incredibly long Family Guy like gag that you're just like, oh my god, they're still in it, with the snowman. Will,
wait, which one?
So there's like a really long thing with a snowman. Like it just.
Oh yeah.
It goes on for like 6 minutes.
That's a very Family Guy like bit. Yeah.
Yeah, like ow, ow, ow. Yeah, and fighting the chicken. Raging Rhino. Not watching the Super Bowl. Don't care at all about halftime. But I won't miss Christian's alternative halftime show. All right, Raging Rhino, you can come on and talk about Supergirl with us when it comes out. I kind of like that take on Supergirl, but I am not familiar with the source material. We'll be reading it in the Geekscape book club ahead of that movie. So if you're telling that Supergirl story, though, she seems like she's okay. Will, the actress playing Supergirl, is she fine? And I don't mean, damn, she fine. Is she fine?
I don't know. I haven't seen her in anything else. I don't think
she's in the Superman movie.
For 2 seconds, I guess. Yeah. Okay, that's the one thing.
That's all you need.
Sure, I guess. I don't know. I mean, seeing the trailer, I was like, oh, look, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy. Cool. We're just doing that over and over again.
By the way, it really is the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and it's not James Gunn directing.
James Gunn has one trick? Come on.
Who knew? Yeah, had a lot of faith, and we're in the era of like too little, too late, and apparently it's all one note. So, but I'm glad that
Shyamalan isn't a genius. Come on.
Did either of you see? We might have talked about it. Well, did you guys see Trap, his most recent movie?
Yes, the concert one, the music one. Yeah.
It's. I'm not lying. For the first 2 acts, it's actually like great. It's so well done.
Not bad.
The third act, you're like, what the. Did he like go into rehab with somebody we know, and somebody else had to finish it? because I'm like, no, the last act of the movie, you're like, oh, this is shit. This is so bad.
Also, okay. That was, what did they say? It was like it was the summer of like fake pop star movies because the original songs written by his daughter played that pop star. Very good. If you listen to his album, you're like, oh shit, this is also the Sky Riley.
Wait, would you say
Smile
that
2.
his daughter is legit fire?
If that's what the kids are still saying.
I don't know. I don't think they are.
Yeah. It's so hype, Christian. Hype, mad hype. She got the Riz. I think that's what they say.
Like the Rizzler?
Yeah.
I'm just as cute as the Rizzler. Sadly, I am. I'll let you finish your thought. I'm sorry.
But the character from Smile 2 that also came out that like last summer or winters ago. Also great songs. But I think then I was like, that's really cool that he like made a movie so his daughter could like write all these great songs. But then he made her an actor in the movie. And I think that made a sharp left turn. And I think the writing did not support it. And she was not given any favors with that writing. But like,
correct. Yeah.
I would have cast not her.
It's like the reverse Mallrats. Kevin Smith talked about there was a really long first cut of the movie, and they're like, the movie's about them at the mall. Why don't you get them to the mall? So they cut like the first 20 minutes out of it. This is the reverse of like, hey, this really cool movie about what's happening in the concert. Yeah, let's get them out of the concert. Spoiler.
Yeah. And just go to this house where
awful house in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So basically every James Gunn project you could probably boil down to not just a cassette. Will, what is this cassette?
Crazy Nights.
People.
That's right. Oh, what a great record.
By the way, I bought this at the Rockin' Pod Expo in Nashville this last year. I bought 2 cassettes.
And
Crazy Nights and Hot in the Shade. I needed them both.
Very special. I love that cassettes are back in vogue. VHS is back in vogue. The kids like the tangible media, which is good.
I'll have the flex. You remember my 1996 Lexus? We actually drove to see Kiss, and I think we rolled it over to 200,000 miles.
That's right.
Working tape deck in that car, and don't be jealous, Coltrane. 5 CD changer.
Wow.
In the glove box, not in the trunk.
I mean, mine was in the trunk, so yeah, you got me.
Do you remember that there was an era where we had almost the same exact car in different colors? Because I had a 97 Lexus.
That's right. I forgot about
that.
But
my CD player, no, I don't think there was a tape deck in there. Maybe there was. But the disc changer in the trunk.
Yeah. When I first knew my wife, she had a Jetta, and it was in the trunk. And on those long road trips, you're like, could really use a little freshen up on here. As we're talking about DC, I do agree with Raging Rhino. Jason Momoa as Lobo is obvious perfect casting, but after that Superman movie, I will have to force myself to see Supergirl. I do like that no one was like, oh yeah, Momoa can't be Lobo because he was already Aquaman. Because sometimes people have that kind of narrow view. So I mean, he has to look right. Is the movie going to be good? We'll see, won't we? Well,
I suppose
not Coltrane because he's going to be working on the beard.
True.
I'll be respectful of your gentleman's time, but I want to get some chats in here. Again, Sam Whitfield, as a former Turning Point chapter leader, I find the fact that they're doing a halftime show to be, quote, very cringe, as the kids would say. So I appreciate that. I think that no one was looking for them to do an alternative. I think there's a lot of places that should do alternative halftime shows. I remember when In Living Color on Fox would do an alternative episode. Well, the episode was a regular episode, but you hadn't seen it before. But they would do that instead of Super Bowl halftime. And then that's when the NFL was like, oh, we probably have to make these halftime shows watchable. not just like up with people and marching bands, and it's all right. If you're not 50, you might not know what I'm talking about. And Raging Rhino did say that he won't miss the alternative halftime show. Matt's going to do a Costco run. Great. You know what? You can listen on YouTube. It'll be fine. We'll have all that going on at the same time. And again, Raging Rhino, I still say they should have ended the Flash movie with Jason Momoa changing reality and turning Aquaman into Lobo. I mean, that movie was done, and we got I don't know what I thought was a fun cameo at the end. I don't know if
the Clooney one.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert! Whoa, big.
Yeah, I know. Whoa, spoiler for a movie from 3 years ago
that nobody liked. Yeah. Aquaman 2 came out after that too, didn't it? Wasn't it The Flash and then Aquaman 2?
You know what? You might be right. I may be crazy, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. We're having fun, aren't we? Hit the like button. So Sam Whitfield asked a question: is murder still legal in California? And why did he ask that? Well, because our buddy Norm Macdonald, who we had in that photo there, this is the first Saturday where he was doing Saturday Night Live, the first Saturday after the O.J. Simpson verdict, who, I think a lot of people understand that, the juice got a raw deal. I think people know that. I think that's fine.
The juice got squeezed.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Norm started off the weekend update, which again, I can't play the clip. The thing you can never play clips from is Saturday Night Live. And I was like, well, it's official. Murder is legal in the state of California. So good for our buddy Norm. Always happy for him. So thank you, Sam, for making us realize that happened. So, Will, what are you doing Super Bowl Sunday? Will you be enjoying the Who Are These Broadcasters halftime show?
It's very, very likely because I have no plan. I'm doing a brunch in the morning.
Okay. Can I ask where brunch is, or are you afraid that people will crowd the window?
No, it's just at my home.
Oh, at home. Okay.
We're having a friend over. We're doing an at-home brunch.
What's on the menu for said brunch?
Great question.
I don't know yet. I got to go to the store today at some point. I got to figure it out. Bagels
I'm
is
just
one
saying,
of the things.
I've always enjoyed a good brunch, so it needs to be good.
I think it'll be hype. It'll be.
It will be hype.
But if it's not, it could be a 6.
That at
could
some
be a 7.
point, if you decide to have brunch, we are on the same coast.
That's right. You want to fly out to New York or take the train to New York for brunch?
You drive.
I would drive. What are you talking about?
For brunch?
I forgot.
For brunch with the entourage?
You're willing to make long drives. We have a whole episode.
There's a whole episode about
cross country drives. I drove across the country 3 times in the span of like 2 years, and every time I did it, I thought about you. To be honest with you, in that story, one of those times I saw you because I drove to Boston and then I drove back from Boston to LA.
That's true.
Red Sox,
and it was an enjoyable experience when you did.
I think that's the last time I saw you in person was the Red Sox game.
Yeah,
I honestly don't know the last time. I think the last time I would have seen Ken, it had to be here in California. I don't get out that way much.
Fair.
But
having a whole wife and kids and stuff, you can't just do anything willy-nilly.
By the way, you will see this during the Super Bowl halftime show, but I did bust out my listening fez.
Oh, yes.
Love it.
So
what about your Whitland kit?
It's so funny that you ask.
Good. There it is. Perfect.
By the way, our buddy Rob Lorich, he gave my wife and I his and hers matching Dennis Miller Whitland kits.
That's very funny.
I also have a Kwok Brothers shirt that I can't show what it says on the back. I looked at this and I'm like, oh, that was a different time.
I always forget about the Kwok Brothers and just some of the bits and the things that obviously we talked about and
on this show,
time. But you know what's canceled? Being canceled. So I think that it's gone such full circle that we're all in the clear for anything.
Being canceled worked out really well for Shane Gillis. So I think all of a sudden he's much better off. I want to give people. This is it's my birthday, but I want to do some giving. If people want just a little bit of a sneak peek of how the Who Are These Broadcasters halftime special will go on Super Bowl Sunday, where it is my birthday. That channel is monetized. Yes, you can super chat. Yes, I will take the money and I will shamelessly beg for it. But you might be wondering, how's that show going to start?
Yay, boys and girls, it's your good pal 2K. Welcome to the Who Are These Broadcasters Super Bowl halftime show with Eric Zane, Christian Blatt, who? And special guest, Dennis Miller. Yay!
That's right. There's more, but you will get some with Tukey. And I thought the one pun of especially would appreciate TWO Tukey World Order. Will, you got to share the screen with a very early iteration of Tukey where I convinced him to come on and talk about a movie he hadn't seen.
That's right. And I didn't know what you were like. We got a special guest, so we had no prep. And the whole time I was like, I'm trying to wrap my mind around this bit a little bit. And apparently Tukey more popular than me. So
I mean, more popular than me, honestly. More popular than Dennis Miller in 2026. I stand by that of just not telling you and having a puppet come on the air. I felt okay about it. Nobody really got hurt. It was definitely awkward, but I was just like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I'm like talking about like this, serious movie, Oppenheimer, and then I have a puppet come on?
Honestly, that's a good juxtaposition. I appreciate. Looking back on it now, I dropped the ball on not being able to be part of that.
No, and I also could have told you about it and pretended it was a surprise because spoiler, the episode that I've already recorded the segments for, Bladtcast 671 with Dennis, I pretend things are surprises, but I told him, so it's fine.
So you're saying you didn't surprise Dennis with a Tukey appearance? That would have been something that
Tukey recorded that after. Unfortunately.
No, but I'm just saying you should have told Dennis like we have a special guest coming, and then you throw Tukey in there and just watch Dennis's reaction to Tukey.
The Deepening says, happy birthday, Greg Jeffries of AM Radio. I think he's talking about me. Greg Jeffries, very successful. Greg Jeffries put aside a ticket for Greg Opie Hughes to a recent show in New York. So Greg Jeffries is out there right now. From Arm and the Deepening, we formally invite you to sit on a future Howard Stern Lotus Notes. I would absolutely be happy to be a part of that. Anytime that we talk about the great Howard Stern show from those eras. We've already recorded the interview with Dennis, so I did not. No. So yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought he was asking something different. The question is, will Dennis Miller blow off your 50th like he did SNL? Okay. Fog that he remains perpetually in. See, so I can skip words too. Our audio audience doesn't even know. That's the problem with having the live chat. By the way, Raging Rhino remembers the WTF look on Will's face. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tukey. I know you're a national treasure.
No, I know. Like when you have to look at that, you're just you just don't really know what to do. And I don't know. You know what? I'm such a big fan of Tukey. I'll give people some behind the scenes here.
Dennis Miller. Yeah.
So this actually won't make it to the show. This next part.
I don't know if you're cutting this up or I'm supposed to just do it all in one shit. I feel like that was just supposed to be the intro, right? And now we're doing a different thing, so you can cut this.
This is where he says something offensive.
I don't know why I'm still moving the puppet's mouth, but I'm in character. Anyway.
So even Rocco
I
realizes
that.
Even Rocco realizes, like, I don't know why I'm moving the characters. I'm not gonna lie, Will. He does say something very offensive later, like incredibly offensive.
You recording?
It's not a word, but it's
the Epstein files. I know Tukey's in the Epstein files. So you gotta come on, Christian. Why are you holding back?
Right, exactly. So everybody can check in for more than that. And yes, the one pun talking about Rocco, who let's just say is Tukey's friend. I love you more than a friend. He hasn't seen a lot of movies. He also doesn't know anything about music unless it's ska. So
cool. Real Big Fish.
It's funny that you mentioned that because in a text I referenced Real Big Fish.
Good.
The album with the great title "Keep the Receipt," I think
that's
was,
right,
because they knew you were going to hate it. In any case, we've had some fun today. What have we learned? To read an entire super chat before you put it on the screen, but other than that, I'm not sure. But I'm still happy to be on the Howard Stern Lotus Notes. Just because you put something that I didn't want to read, and it doesn't matter. I feel like we've done it all. We've had everybody in the chat. We had Liev on, and that is no small feat because it's been a rough go for Liev the last couple of years. Going into rehab a couple times is only part of it. So we're so happy he was willing to share his time with us. And it's given me an excuse to catch up on Shrinking, which is a great show. So Coltrane, you just hope the Patriots win tomorrow. Should I? So if I took the 4.5 points, you wouldn't tell me I was crazy.
Oh no! I mean, listen, if like, because Patriots winning would be great. It's what I'm kind of going for here. But I understand everyone's got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
So just focus positive thoughts on your boy who's going to be stressed the whole time during this event. I will probably I have gotten into a game called Blood on the Clock Tower. It is it's a social strategy game, and I watch it online sometimes. So I'll have that on the background so I can like watch something else to distract me while I'm watching the game, because that's what I'm gonna do, because I can't just like, I don't know, it stresses me out a lot.
Sure. I thought that Blood on the Clock Tower was actually the Blumhouse reboot of Back to the Future. It does not go well for Marty back in time. I'm just going to say. It does not go well.
That would be an interesting movie, just saying. But no, it's just like, it's like the TV show, The Traitors. It's stuff like that I like. I like trying to figure out who people are and stuff. And I've seen a bunch of them on YouTube, so I've been watching those lately. And that is what I will have on in the background so that I can distract myself, like,
I get it. Yeah. We watched with Jeff, Will, and myself the Super Bowl where the Atlanta Falcons got out to the big lead in the first half and then just literally shit the bed. That first half, he was playing a lot of games on his phone, and for exactly the reason you're talking about. Raging Rhino with some important advice. Australian football preseason starts in 19 days, and we're talking about ska, so we get a little pick it up. So we appreciate that at all times. And the deepening, I don't know what you're trying to do. I didn't out Dennis Miller's hair plug hookup. He's said many times it's from Bosley. They gave him a free round of hair plugs at one point because he would always say where he got them, because people would say that they look so good. And, speaking of look so good, I mean, look at that. I mean, look at us. But, I mean, those plugs, I mean, what else can we say? I mean, probably not much.
I mean, I didn't notice them as I was looking at the strong stance of Will Sterling.
Oh,
yeah.
Good posture back then.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is definitely a real power stance from our buddy Will Sterling.
But that's the way he always stood too, which is why it stands out so much. It's just like, he always kind of had that. It's like,
I don't have to stand like that anymore.
I'm not flexing on you guys all the time. I just naturally look this way.
Yeah, no. And just wait. 50's ahead for both of you. Wednesday, I'll be seeing a doctor about almost chronic leg pain. So fun times ahead, everybody.
Roll out the IT band, Christian. You got to roll out the IT band.
And I think I forgot to give credit to our buddy Gene Beretta, Gene in Philly, who many years ago, and I think I did say this at the beginning, but it's worth pointing out again that it's been our backdrop. The Jar Jar Binks jumping out of a cake for my birthday. And here's the best thing. I crop the image to take my name off of it, and I send it to other people sometimes. I just text it. So thank you, Gene.
Wow.
And, Gene's brother, Bill Beretta, a big part of the new Muppet Show on Disney Plus that I'm very excited to watch with my children. It's getting incredible reviews. 2 new releases from Disney Plus in a row, Wonder Man and Muppet Show. People seem to be happy. But on that note, Coltrane, I think we're going to have to do a deep dive on Casey Anthony's TikTok. I think that she's a legal analyst. No, advocate. Thank you. Yeah.
No problem.
And you probably could legally advocate for, her to call you back, something like that.
Yeah, I'm in favor of it.
Anything you'd like to promote, Coltrane, even if it's something that someone else is working on. If you want to promote Liev as Cactus Dave coming back.
I mean, I would like to promote that. I would also like to promote Will Sterling cast as the next Superman in the reboot, because that needs to happen. Other than that, I just graduated from carpentry school, so I am just beginning a new career in carpentry. So I don't have anything like promotional, really.
Congratulations.
No, but if somebody's looking for some carpentry, reach out to me. I'll see what I can do, and I can say I know a guy, because now I know a guy.
Yeah.
And then I can also be like the hip pastor with this. Hey, You know who else was a carpenter? Jesus Christ.
Anyway, just saying.
Anyway, on that note, this terrible backwards hat that I have on. Will, what would you like to promote besides people checking out? Hello, fellow kids. Besides people checking out Crazy Nights and Hot in the Shade on cassette.
On cassette, yeah. Don't listen on Spotify. Listen on cassette. Yeah, I'm trying to migrate some followers over to my YouTube page because I do want to start treating that more as a place where I'm gonna, because I have like clips and things and from movies that I've made that I can start sharing in the next year.
You've already got a new fan.
Thank you. You have made my day by being my subscriber on YouTube. So I think it's at Will Sterling _ on all the socials, but Instagram and now YouTube is where.
Well, what is it on YouTube? Is it just Will Sterling or William Sterling?
It's it says youtube.com.
It was just Will when I
at Will Sterling _ So
yeah, I just looked up Will Sterling and that's how I found it.
Yeah, Google me. You know, I'm probably the top result. How many other? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I am. You know, and I'm looking them up, and I want everyone to
trailers
take a look.
and a sneak peek for a cell phone movie there, and I'm gonna start to pile up some other clips and things, and we'll put a trailer for that friend up there once we have it and everything. So all the promotional swag will be on my Instagram. Also
check this out. Look at
there you go. Rock and roll, baby.
This is it. Will Sterling. Look what I'm gonna hit. Now you're at
399. Okay, if everybody in the chat right now gets the subscribe button.
Yeah,
like and subscribe.
Just like and subscribe.
Look at that, Raging Rhino. That gives me to 400. All right, people.
Thank you,
We're starting a movement. Will Taraj is leaving the station. Casey
and
Anthony,
in a future episode, we'll dive more into Casey Anthony. But
I would love to dive more into Casey Anthony.
What else can we say beyond that, except for my plugs? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Bladtcast. We always appreciate that. We've been covering Wonder Man over on Geekscape, the show that I do. Marvel Movie Talk. So check that out. Actually, before the Super Bowl, we're going to talk about episodes 7 and 8, not episodes 6, 7. I'm sorry, everyone. But by the way, the show it's a pure like half hour every episode. So you can knock out the 8 episodes, honestly, during the time of the Super Bowl for those that aren't going to partake. So we'll do that. And yes, I've mentioned many times, but I'll mention it again. Who Are These Broadcasters Super Bowl halftime alternative will be halftime on the Who Are These Podcast YouTube channel. Thanks to you guys and Liev and everyone in the chat. I already feel like 50 is the new 49. Yep, I'm really going out on the limb, and I'm just saying it. 50 is the new 49. That is all the time we have for now. But we'll see you next time on the Bladtcast.